Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are fine. Today we are going to learn about diseases. Okay. What is the meaning of disease? Okay. See, a condition of the body in which a person is not able to function properly is called a disease. See, we are a human being, right? We will work daily, morning, afternoon, evening. We are having so many works. Okay, we'll do that kind of work. If particular person is not able to perform any kind of work, okay. Suppose in afternoon after doing lunch we are doing worksheets. Suppose if you are doing worksheet in your home, if you are unable to do that worksheet, if you are feeling sick, feeling what I can say, not feeling well, so at that time what happen, you'll your mind is not able to do that worksheet, right? So that is the main thing here. A condition of the body in which a person is not able to function properly is called a disease. Okay, a condition of a body in which a person is not able to function properly. Not able to function properly is called a disease. Okay. A person who is suffering from a disease feels weak. Just now I said you will feel weak, you will feel dull. Okay. A person who is suffering from a disease feels weak and dull, depending on whether it can spread from one person to another. Diseases are classified as communicable and non-communicable. There are two types of diseases: communicable and non-communicable. Okay, what is the meaning of disease? Okay, see, like human being in particular day-to-day life, he will able to do any kind of task, right? But if that person is not having that much capacity to perform a particular task, whether it may be doing worksheets or it may be anything, okay, he wants to go to job or anything, if he is feeling sick, if he is not feeling well, he is feeling dull, at that time he is not able to perform the task properly. So that is the meaning of disease. Here we are having two types of disease. Diseases are classified into two types: communicable and non-communicable. Okay, we will see in detail what is the meaning of communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. Communicable diseases are those that can spread from one person to another person. They are also called infectious diseases. Okay, this is a type of disease in which that can be affected. Suppose if one person is there, if he is affected from that disease, if he is meeting with other person or if he is talking with other person, that person is also get affected. So that is the meaning of communicable disease. Let's our now a virus, coronavirus is going on, right? Similarly, coronavirus is also a communicable disease, because one person is, if one person got affected, if he is meeting with other, if he is sitting with other, or whether if he is talking and doing, so that person will also get affected. That is the meaning is here communicable disease, that will spread from one person to another person. Okay, it is also known as infectious diseases. Communicable diseases, we'll write the definition. Diseases that can spread from one person to another. Diseases that can spread from one person to another. Okay, it's called communicable disease. are called communicable diseases. Are called communicable diseases. This communicable disease is also known as infectious disease. Okay, communicable diseases that can spread from one person to another person are called communicable diseases. Communicable disease is also known as infectious disease. Okay. I'll write here. We'll write the types also. This is our first one. For second one, we'll write afterwards. First, we'll see in detail about communicable diseases. So just now I said communicable diseases are those that can spread from one person to another. They are also called infectious diseases. These are caused by germs, that is the disease causing microorganisms such as bacteria, virus, protozoa and fungi. Okay, this particular disease is caused by microorganisms, that is nothing but germs. We will see how. Let us discuss the various ways in which diseases spread. What is the first one? Through direct contact. First one here, communicable disease, first one is through direct contact. We will see what is the meaning of direct contact. Direct contact of unhealthy people with those who are healthy result in the spread of diseases. Okay. Suppose the person is healthy only, but unhealthy person is coming and meeting that person, and that healthy person will also get affected through direct contact. Okay, that is the meaning of communicable disease. When we use personal belongings such as handkerchiefs, utensils, cloths and towels of those who have diseases, we can fall ill as well. Okay, if that person is having particular disease, if you are using that person's handkerchief, utensils, towels, etc., we also get affected from that. The disease that usually spread through direct contact are ringworms, measles, and viral fever, tuberculosis, chickenpox, mumps. Okay, what are the examples? The disease which spread from direct contact, viral fever. Okay. Viral fever nowadays, which viral fever is going on? Coronavirus, right? So if that particular person is not feeling well, and if he's having that viral fever, if that person is meeting with a healthy person, that healthy person will also get affected, because it is through direct contact, right? Viral fever, and we can say tuberculosis, ringworms. It's a type of disease. Okay. Etc. Chickenpox also. These are the diseases, example of diseases that can be spread through direct contact. Okay. Through insects. What is the second one here? Through insects. Okay. When mosquito bites a person suffering from a disease, they suck the disease causing germs along with the blood. When these mosquitoes bite a healthy person, they inject the germs into the blood of the healthy person and make him or her fall sick. Malaria is caused by the female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, throw insects. I'll give you one example of mosquito. In your reader, they have given you this only. See, mosquito. What happened when mosquito is, especially this rainy season, when mosquitoes are roaming here and there, spreading here and there, right? So what they will do, if that mosquito is going and sitting, if that mosquito is going and sitting on the follow ill person, that person is suffering from some fever, if that mosquito is coming and biting to that person, and from that person if he is going to some healthy person, okay, so that person is, suppose is having viral fever or if he is having some disease, so that is going to spread through mosquito from this person to this person, okay. So that is a disease that spread through insects, that is such as mosquito. Malaria. What is the name of the disease? Malaria. We have. I think you have heard this word malaria. That mosquito is coming and sucking that person ill health. The person who is fall sick, who is dull, and whose health is not good. That mosquito is coming and sucking that person's blood, and from that person is going to some healthy person as he is sitting and again sucking the blood. That germs which is present from which is there in the unhealthy person, it is transferring from unhealthy to healthy person. So through insects. What is the example of a disease? Malaria is caused by female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, what is the next one? Throw dirty water and food. We should always keep food and water covered. Okay, uncovered food attracts flies, insects, and rats. These might carry germs when they sit on the food. They pass the germs onto the food. When a healthy person eats the food, he or she falls sick. Examples of some foodborne and foodborne diseases are cholera, typhoid, jaundice, and diarrhea. What will happen if you are keeping that food, like we are not covering that food, and if you are keeping like that in open place in refrigerator, if you are not covering with some lid and all, what happen? Some insects such as flies, house flies will be there, and cockroaches will be there. What they will do? They will come and they'll sit on their and they'll eat some of them and they'll go. And if we are taking that food from the refrigerator or from the kitchen, if we are eating that food, we are going to get affected from the diseases such as cholera, typhoid, jaundice, diarrhea. Okay, so whenever we are keeping our food, we should keep our food in a safe place, and we should cover that food. We should not keep that food open. Okay. What are the examples of foodborne and waterborne diseases? That we are getting diseases from food and water: cholera, typhoid, jaundice. If you are drinking the water which is there open for so many days or for a few hours, if it is open, and if you are drinking that glass of water, that may be a chances like flies or a mosquito. Flies and cockroaches will come there and they sit on that. We don't know that from where they are coming. Okay, so we should avoid those things. What is our third one? Throw dirty water and food. So we should avoid dirty water and we should keep the food in safe place. We should not eat the food which is open for throw dirty water and food. Cholera, typhoid, diarrhea, jaundice, etc. Okay, we will move to next one. Through air. Disease that spread through air. When an infected person coughs or sneezes, the germs are released in the air. When a healthy person breathes in that infected air, the germs enter the body and make the healthy person sick. Diseases such as common cold, flu, and chickenpox spread through air. Okay. Examples: common cold, flu, chickenpox, etc. See, what will happen through air mean, if that particular person is having fever, or if he is having cold, cough, sardi, khansi, agar particular person ko ho gayi, what will happen if that person is sneezing or coughing in the air? What will happen? That germs which are there in the particular person, that ill health person, that germs are going to transfer from that person to some other person. So through air also, from one person is going to affected from the healthy person is going to be affected from unhealthy person. So we should avoid the person which is having, especially in this corona, the person who is having cough, cold, and particular person is having. So we are going to avoid that, because that may be a chance that from the air also we are going to affect it from that person, because if he is coughing in the air, that germs are released in the air and it enters into the healthy person, and it makes the healthy person fall sick. Okay. So in order to avoid this spreading of diseases through direct contact, through insects, through dirty water and food, through air, we need some preventions also, like what we learned in the nutrients prevention, preventing the nutrients in the food, like method of food preservation we are having, right? Similarly here also we are having prevention of communicable diseases. What are the ways that we can prevent ourselves? We can avoid the other person who is having fever, cough, cold, and we'll see here. The best way to prevention of communicable diseases. Okay. Prevention of communicable. What is the meaning of communicable? Disease that can spread from one person to another person. That may be through direct contact, or through insect, or through dirty water and food, or through air. Prevention of communicable diseases. The best way to prevent the spread of communicable diseases is to maintain hygiene in the surrounding and get vaccinated at proper timings. See, the best way, what is the first or best way to prevent from these communicable diseases through direct contact and all? We should keep our surrounding neat and clean and green. Okay, that is the first thing. And we should get vaccination. Like before, if that person is having health issue, like if is unwell, if is having fever, we should avoid doing direct contacts from that person, and we should get vaccinated. We'll see that term here. We are having it. Next paragraph. Hygiene refers to, what is the meaning of hygiene? Just now I said you to maintain hygiene, right? What is the meaning of hygiene? Here is, hygiene refers to the set of practices to maintain good health and keep diseases away, mainly through cleanliness. Just now I said you to keep if you are keeping our surrounding neat and clean and green, so we can avoid some of the diseases. Hygiene can be maintained in the following ways. How we can maintain this good health? How we can maintain? We'll see. Brush your teeth twice daily, in the morning and before going to bed. What is the first thing we have to do? Brush our teeth. We should brush our teeth twice daily, 2 times in a day. Morning and evening we should brush our teeth. What is the second thing? Keep yourself clean by taking a bath every day with soap. We have to take a bath every day, and we should keep ourselves clean with the soap. What is the third thing here? Use soaps or a hand wash to wash your hands before and after meals. Now corona is going on. What we are doing? We are doing hand wash like 10 times, 15 times we are doing. Prior to that, we will not do such kind of thing. But whether corona is there or not, we have to wash our hands daily. We have to use soaps or hand wash to wash our hands before and after meals. After breakfast, before breakfast, after lunch, before lunch. What some students will do? Why to wash our hands? Anyhow we are eating with spoon and all, but don't do that. If you are eating with spoon also, we have to wash our hand, because some germs will be there on your hand. Okay, what is our fourth point? We should maintain hygiene in that, right? So what is our fourth point to prevent ourselves from the communicable diseases? Through communicable diseases, cut your nails regularly and keep them clean. What is the fourth point? We have to cut our nails regularly. If you are keeping big nails, I mean that nails, if your nails are dirty, So what will happen if we eat our food from that nails? That food will go inside our stomach and we get disease, right? We fall sick. So we should cut our nails regularly and we'll keep them clean. Always put garbage in covered dustbins as germs can breed on them. Like what timely disposal of garbage is very important. What we'll do if we are having garbage, we should cover that garbage in a dustbin, and we should not, as some germs are going to be grow in that garbage, and we have to dispose, like we have to throw that garbage regularly. Keep your windows open so that sunlight can enter your house. Germs get killed by the sun's heat. What will happen in some RCC houses, sunlight is not there, right? So what they are saying, in order to maintain yourself, in order to protect themselves from these communicable diseases, they are asking you to keep your windows open so that sunlight can enter your house, and that sunlight will kill the bacteria which is present in your home, germs which are present in your home. Clean the house floor, bathrooms and toilets with good quality disinfectants. These kill germs in the house. We have to clean the house floor, bathrooms and toilets with the good quality disinfectants. What is the meaning of disinfectants here? Is removing germs, okay? We'll use Harpic, and we are having so many Vim and all the different types of liquids, right? So we should clean the floor, bathrooms, house floor, bathrooms, toilets with good quality disinfectants. Disinfectants here is removing germs. This kills the germs in the germs. If the germs are there present in the present on the floor in the bathroom, that will be killed by this disinfectant. That is with some liquid. Okay. Do not let water stagnate in or around your house. See, what is the meaning of stagnate? Is something which is not flowing or moving. We should not let the water to flow in your house, around your house. If stagnant water is the breeding ground for mosquitoes. See, if that water, suppose if manhole is open, if that manhole water is moving from, if you are opening your house, if water is flowing from one place to another place, that is not good, because the water which is dirty and in there, mosquitoes are going to grow. So we should avoid that also. Use mosquitoes net or repellents to prevent mosquitoes from biting. Okay, and repellents in the sense we should use that net one. Okay. Use boiled water or disinfect it with the help of purifier before consuming it. What we have to do? The water which is coming in our taps, we should boil that and we should drink that. We should not drink the direct water as it contains some germs. See, now comes to meaning of vaccination. Vaccination is a process of injecting chemical substance called vaccines into the body for the prevention of diseases. See what happened nowadays in coronavirus, what they are saying, they are preparing some vaccines. Why they are preparing some vaccine? What is the meaning of vaccine? See, main meaning of vaccine is to protect that person, like to increase the immunity of a person, to increase the strength of that person. If that person is having some, why the person is going to get affected? Because his or her immunity system is not good. What is the meaning of immunity system? जो strength रहती है आपकी, आप जितना सह सकते हैं, वो जो स्ट्रेंथ आपका इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम रहता है वो आपका अगर अच्छा रहा, at that time that disease is not going to get affected. That person is not going to affected by that disease. Okay, vaccination is a proper process of injecting. What is the meaning of vaccination here? It is a process of injecting. They give by injection, or by tablets, we are giving some chemical substance called vaccine into the body for the prevention of diseases. Vaccine provide immunity to the body against some disease like tetanus, typhoid, polio, mumps, hepatitis and cholera. Infants are immunized in their early years with vaccines such as DPT, BCG, right? See what happened previously to small children, what they will do? They'll give vaccines, right? Especially polio. They'll say this month we are giving polio. Why they will give this polio and all? Because to prevent that particular child from the diseases, right? So here vaccination is a process of injecting chemical substance. What is the meaning of vaccination? I hope you all understood this one. Prevention of communicable diseases. Points are many, that's why I have not written on the board. Vaccination is a process of injecting chemical substance. It is the process of injecting, like inserting, giving that particular person the chemical substance by injection or by tablets. Injecting chemical substances called vaccines into the body for the prevention of diseases. To prevent from the disease, to protect ourselves from that disease, they'll give vaccines. Okay, it is a process of injecting chemical substances into the body for the preventing diseases. Okay, vaccines provide immunity, it gives strength to our body against some diseases like just now I said you tetano, typhoid, polio. Here also like coronavirus is going on our present situation. To protect in order to prevent from corona, they are giving vaccine only. That that will boost our strength, like अपना strength को बढ़ाता हुआ virus, that other attackers like the diseases, the person, if that person is got affected, it will not spread through that person for some time if they are giving particular vaccine. So it is a process of injecting chemical substances into the body for the prevention of diseases. Okay, like small kids, what they'll give them some tetanus, typhoid, polio injections, right? Such as DPT, BCG, etc. Hope you all understood this one. Today we learned diseases. What is the meaning of disease? A condition of the body in which a person is not able to function properly is called disease. We are having two types of diseases. Today we learn only about communicable disease. Other type of is non-communicable disease. What is the meaning of communicable disease? Diseases that can spread from one person to another are called communicable disease. Communicable diseases are also known as infectious diseases that can be infectious. Okay, through direct contact also, viral fever, example ringworms, tuberculosis, chickenpox, etc. Through insects, malaria. Through dirty water and food, we are having cholera. Suppose that person will be get affected if that person is eating that dirty food or dirty water without seeing that water, that person may get the cholera, diarrhea, and typhoid, etc. Through air also, common cold, flu, and chickenpox, etc. Prevention of communicable diseases, I told you, brush your teeth morning, evening, wash your hands, especially in this situation. And what I said you, cut your nails, keep yourself clean by taking bath, etc. All those things, right? What is the meaning of vaccination? Vaccination, it is the process of injecting chemical substance into the body for the prevention of diseases. Sorry. For the prevention of diseases and to increase your immunity system, to increase your strength of your body. Okay. Hope you all understood this one. Jazakallahu khair. Allah Hafiz.